than it was when you came in.
Exactly.
You've got cash in hand. All right, €50. Let's now go and I'll have a little bit. I'll have a glance at these. Henry O'Brien is from Cork. Wow, where did you get them?
They were my grandfather's war medals. They were passed on by my mother when she died.
Okay, let's get a good look at them. I mean, these are really fantastic, and they've been kept in good nick as well, haven't they?
Well, my mother was 13 years old when she made this, and the medals haven't been opened since then.
Wow.
So I got them.
Okay. Stuart, very interesting. Very interesting. Always great to see war medals because they carry a story, and particularly Henry's grandfather. He served from the 1890s up until 1920. He was involved in a campaign in Africa. This is the Africa General Service Medal. Okay. These are his First World War medals, the 1914 Cross, his Great War Medal, and his Victory Medal here. And then this is his Long Service and Good Conduct Medal. He was a sailor. Started as an able-bodied seaman, went on to become a leading seaman, and his ranks are actually inscribed on the borders of the medal as you look at them. All his details, his service number and everything. This is an interesting badge here. This would have been worn on your cuff. It's a metal minesweeping badge. After the First World War, there were 120,000 mines in the seas around Britain, and there was a massive campaign to sweep all the mines from around Britain's coasts, and Henry's grandfather was involved in that campaign to do that. Really, I mean, these are the things that you see very often in Dublin auction room sales, and medals do very well because there's a whole cohort of collectors for militaria. And particularly with the story, you have your grandfather's service records.
Well, that's
I mean, add that to the medals and everything else, and it all builds up a story of a man's life. You know,
okay.
Would you be tempted to part of them? I mean, they are a magnificent family, aren't they?
They're going to my son Damien. He's just after getting married to Magella, and they're going to have something to him, irregardless of what they're worth.
Okay, irregardless.
And
you would hope then that he would in turn pass it on down to the next generation?
Hopefully.
That's fantastic. That's a really lovely story. It really is. Now the question, what do you think they're actually worth?
Priceless. Roughly €1,000.
Okay. €1,000, Stuart? Well, certainly if you had to go out and replace those tomorrow and, you know, trawl around medal shops and pick up that number of orders, that's the kind of money you'd end up paying. So for replacement value, you'd have to be thinking of about a little over €1,000. At auction, if you had the militaria guys there competing against each other, between €500 and €600 for the but certainly if you for replacement purposes, €1,000 may not even buy that. Oh, but you're not going to sell these. I can see that. I can see that. You're very resolute about that, and well done. It's good to see history be kept rather than passed on. I suppose in one sense, in for cash. Are you happy with the valuation?
I am, yes. Of course, and I hope my son will be.
Well, and they will appreciate it in years to come as well, of course, which is always fantastic too as well. Now, where are we going to? If you want to get involved in this, it's easy. We'll give you the details on the address here. Email cash@tv3.ie, or you can post your request out to Cash or Trash, Dublin Auctions, Merchant Yard, East Wall Road, Dublin 3. It's up on